Hello, hello, my amazing artists, and today we're going to be making a stack of teacups inspired by Asian teacups or Asian pottery. You're going to need a pencil to start, a piece of paper, maybe a Sharpie if you have one, definitely something to color with later, and if you are making a stencil for yourself, you're going to need a small piece of paper folded in half and a pair of scissors. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to put my paper to the side and I'm going to start with my stencil. All right, let's zoom in. This is a tiny piece of paper that is folded like a book. This is the folded side. This is the folded side. Make sure that your folded side is on the left. This side is open like a book. Make sure your right side it can open like a book. We're going to make a symmetrical teacup, and that's how we're going to use this as a stencil. We're going to draw the basic shape. Okay, starting from the right top corner. And remember guys, teacups come in many different shapes. This is just a basic shape. In the top right corner, I'm going to draw. And I'm going to curve the line in. See how it curves almost to the center of the bottom of the paper. I'm going to keep my paper folded. I have to keep this folded if it's going to be symmetrical. I'm going to stay on the line while I cut. Take our scraps, throw them in the recycling, and if we cut on the correct side, and when we unfold this, you're going to see a teacup shape. Now, if you don't like your shape, you can always go back and fix it by folding your paper back up and changing the line or going back with your scissors. All right. So now I have my stencil. Let me get my paper back out. We're going to start with so now I have my stencil ready to go, and I'm going to put it on the bottom of my paper, but not touching the bottom. I still want to leave a little bit of room for a plate if I want to draw a plate, or just the table to show. Okay, it's about 1 finger, 1.5 fingers from the bottom. All right, I'm going to take my tool and I'm going to trace all the way around the teacup. I love it. Now this is going to be a stack of teacups. So I'm going to take my teacup and look what I'm doing. I'm going to make it go into the other teacup just a little bit. Not a lot, not like that. That's too much. But just a little bit. I could tilt it to the left a little bit. I could tilt it to the right a little bit. But just a little bit. We don't want it sideways either. That doesn't work. Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm only going to trace from the teapot or the teacup going around the stencil. I'm going to stop when I get to the bottom teacup. So it looks like this. Now I have room. I'm going to do this one more time, but for my last teacup, I am not going to trace the top. I am not going to trace the top. So from the teacup to the edge of the top, from the teacup to the edge of the top so that the top of my teacup is open. And the reason for that is I'm going to make it look like I can see the inside of my teacup. I'm going to do this by connecting them with a little curved line. Curved line down. And then another one that goes up. Excellent! I'm really proud so far of my work. Now I'm going to take my pencil and add a little bit of shading or shadows inside of the cup. Now I can go do this fast because I've had a lot of practice, but you take your time. Aha! Now I'm ready. I'm going to add a little line for the table, not drawing through the teacup, and I'm going to add my different handles. Teacups have different kinds of handles, so if yours doesn't look exactly like mine, that's fine. I'm going to put this one here. See the different shapes you can try? And put this one here because it fits better. Now that I'm done drawing my teacups, I can go ahead and add different patterns and designs into each of them. I hope you had fun. Good luck with creating!